So, you want to know how to track down a crypto scammer? Let's get right into it. There's this awful sinking feeling you get in your stomach when you realize your crypto is gone. Just vanished into thin air, and you feel completely, utterly powerless.
It's such a frustrating place to be, right? You send your assets to an address, you wait, and then nothing. Poof. And scammers absolutely count on that feeling of helplessness. They're betting on you just giving up. But here's the thing. What if you didn't have to give up? What if you could actually take control of the situation and start fighting back? The truth is, the blockchain is a public ledger. It's all out there. And with the right tools, every single transaction leaves a trail. You just have to know how to follow it. And this story right here proves it. See, Breadcrumbs wasn't dreamed up in some corporate boardroom. It was literally born from the exact same problem you might be facing. The founder, Lauren Lance, got scammed himself. And when he looked around, he realized the existing tools were crazy expensive and way too complicated. So, you know what he did? He built his own solution. This is a tool made to solve a real person's problem. So, let's get you geared up. Think of this as your own personal investigation toolkit. We're going to walk through how Breadcrumbs puts the power of blockchain analytics right where it belongs, in your hands. Let's just quickly compare the old way versus the new way, because it's a huge difference. Traditional forensic tools, we're talking incredibly expensive, requiring weeks of intense training, and they often keep their data sources a secret. Breadcrumbs just flips that entire script. It's affordable, it's transparent with its data, and it's designed so you can jump in and start your investigation almost immediately. 10 minutes. That's it. That's literally all the training it takes to get started on your first investigation. You don't need to be some certified analyst or a blockchain genius. You just need to be determined to find out what happened. Okay, enough talk. Theory's great, but let's get our hands dirty. It's time to actually start the hunt. I'm going to walk you through, step by step, how you can trace those stolen funds using this platform. All right, here's our game plan. It's a simple 5-step process that's going to take us from having just a single scammer address to a full map of their entire operation. We'll start the search, follow the money trail, filter out all the distracting noise, find those hidden connections, and finally label our findings so it all makes sense. Ready? Let's go. Step 1 really couldn't be any easier. You take that one piece of info you have, the scammer's wallet address, and you just pop it into the search bar. And boom. Instantly, Breadcrumbs lays it all out visually for you. You get this map showing funds coming in on the left and funds going out on the right. Okay, now for the fun part. We follow the money. You just hover over an address and click Expand Outgoing. Each click traces the path of your funds, one transaction, one hop at a time. You just keep clicking, keep expanding that path, and you can see exactly how the scammer is trying to move and hide the money. Now, as you expand the trail, things can get messy. Scammers love to create confusion, it's kind of their whole thing. This is where you filter out the noise. So if your funds were in USDT, you can tell the graph to only show you USDT transactions. You can also narrow down the date range. This just clears away all the clutter so your trail becomes crystal clear again. But what if the trail goes cold? I mean, manually tracing dozens of hops can take hours and hours. That's where a really cool tool called the Pathfinder comes in. It's an automated feature that does all the heavy lifting for you, finding connections between wallets in minutes, not hours. Connections you'd probably never spot on your own. And check this out. This is probably its most powerful feature for a scam victim. You can use the illicit address path option. What this does is it tells Pathfinder to specifically look for connections between your scammer's wallet and a massive database of over 200 million addresses that are already labeled as high risk or straight up illicit. This can instantly link your small-time scammer to a much, much larger criminal network. It's a total game changer. So as you uncover new addresses that you're pretty sure the scammer controls, you've got to keep things organized. Step 5 is all about labeling. You can add a private label, something simple like Scammer Wallet 1 or Funds Moved to this wallet, and add notes about why you identified it. You're basically building your own personal map of the crime. Okay, so you've done it. You've mapped out the scammer's network, you've followed the money. Now what? Well, this is the final and maybe the most critical step. Turning your investigation into a professional, usable evidence package that you can take to law enforcement. Look, when you go to the authorities, you can't just hand them a jumbled list of addresses and expect them to figure it out. To build a real case, they need a clean, clear, concise report. That means a visual map of the transactions, a neat list of all the scammers' wallets, any links you found to known criminal groups, and a full transaction history. And the best part? You don't have to build this report from scratch. You've already done all the hard work. The toolbar lets you save your entire investigation, the graphs, the labels, all of it, as a single clean report. You can also export every single transaction to an Excel or CSV file with just one click.
And this isn't just some nice little feature they tacked on, it's literally the core design of the platform. The whole thing is built from the ground up to generate exactly the kind of evidence law enforcement needs, helping them build those airtight cases that much faster.
So let's just take a quick step back and look at the journey we've just talked about. We started from a place of feeling totally helpless, like a victim. But by following these steps, you systematically transform that feeling into real action, into empowerment. And that's really the key takeaway here. You don't have to just sit back and wait for someone else to hopefully solve your problem. The tools are here, they're affordable, and they're designed for you. You can be your own investigator.
The path is there. It's already been left behind on the blockchain. The only question left is, are you ready to follow it? This shows you that you have the power. Now it's just about taking that first step,